I am by no means the expert, just a girl out here gardening. But I am going to give some tips here and some ways that I've been successful in growing in the green stock. This is just one of my green stocks that I'm growing in, one of 4. And so just some tips for success in growing in the green stock. The number one tip is staying on top of the watering. Because it is a vertical type growing method, they have inner trays. Any one of these tiny holes can get plugged up. So coming in here regularly and making sure that the holes are not plugged up is quite important. I've also used this black plug to plug in the center hole when I do water the top, just to allow every one of these inner trays to fill up. I also come in here with my little handy dandy watering device, and especially in the bottom, they tend to dry out even though the rest of these containers up here is moist. So sometimes there's just not that even amount of flow of water in each one of these levels. And again, it's not a perfect system. So I do regularly check it. And if it's dry and if it's been a hot day where the temperatures are in the 80s or 90s, I come in here, I water the top, and some of them that do look dry, I individually will water the dry pockets. And I do come in here and use some type of liquid fertilizer. I just use the Neptune Harvest. I've had this for about 2 years. I use such a small amount. I don't use the recommended amount, and I use a very diluted amount, and that's just to help with some of these plants. Like these pepper plants are heavy feeders. You look at this one and it's healthy and green, and then you look at this one. The leaves are telling me that it's a little bit deficient in nitrogen, and when they are producing flower and fruit around this time, they take up a lot of nutrients. And so just a little bit of fertilizer, or you can make your own. Like I've done my own type of liquid fertilizer. This is my own fertilizer that I use on my plants. And again, it's just some rainwater. I had some plant that I put in here as compost, and it is just a natural fertilizer that I can dilute with the water to put on the plants. So that's a simple way you can make your own fertilizer. All right, so that's my $1 million tip in how to grow in the green stock. I think it is a good investment. I've been growing in the green stock for at least 4 to 5 years now, and it's one of my favorite methods to grow in, or ways to grow. I wanted to share just a few things, my favorite things to grow in the green stock. These micro tomato plants, along with these bush beans, and again, they're from Baker Creek. Those are my 2 favorite things to grow in the green stock. And as I was shooting this video, I literally had to put the cameras down. I was so shocked to find that my beans were sitting in 6 inches of water. I did not realize it had rained this much. I've never had this issue with the green stock with water sitting in it. So I don't know if it was a drainage problem or if we just got dumped on in terms of rain. We have been inundated and almost just bombarded with the amount of rainfall we've gotten in such a short time. So I did have to take this green stock apart, the top 2 tiers, to adjust and fix this problem.